Okay, looks like I remembered to hit the go live button today. So let me just, I think it's this one. Yep, this one. Okay. And also, I need to check something. Okay. Um, can I open more than one of these at the same time? Let's see. I could just add a new one. Okay. Do, 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 do. Hmm. Do you want me to rotate it? What? Okay. Alright, I'm rotating. Okay. Oh, they break them up based on where they live at. Okay. I see. Hey Leslie, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by. I am I was developing her at work and I wanted to further I don't know if I want to further develop her today or if I want to work on something else. I'm just so excited to have my new toy. I don't know what I want to draw. Um, I kind of want to draw some fan art maybe, but I do want to work on her a little bit. So that's I think I'm just gonna work on her a bit. So okay, what do we have here? Okay. That's the one I was using for something else, but I don't really like it for this drawing because I was already using something different. So I think um, I think I'm just going to work with this one. So the pen I was using, I don't I don't really remember which one it was I was using. So we're just gonna use this one because it looks a little similar. I know this isn't the one I was using. It's probably one that I don't have downloaded on here yet, but it's downloaded on my tablet. But that's okay. We'll use this one. This one's pretty close. So I am at home today. My blood pressure was pretty high, and I've been at work all week. My head's been hurting for like the past 3 days. Everything's a mess. So I have to stay home today, and I'm probably gonna catch some trouble for it, but that's okay because once they are done with all of my paperwork, this day will be covered. So if I get in trouble for it, it'll be fixed later on this month. So my health is more important. If I get in trouble, I get in trouble. That's pretty much where I am at this point because I've come to notice that they don't really care much about health So there's that. That's how I feel about that. But moving on. This pen is like, maybe I'll do something a little bit, maybe like this one, but I can turn it up a bit. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, now that that's out of the way, so my goal for her, I wanted to do like, not a, well, I guess it would be kind of like a mini series, but I wanted to create characters that are kind of in different parts of the world type of thing while I'm practicing drawing semi-realistic, not even semi-realistic. This is, I mean, I guess human characters, because no part of this is realistic. Um, so I kind of wanted to do that. So, hey, View, are you driving? Okay. I hope you're not driving and using your phone, like texting, though. That's, is that a thing where you are? Because we're not allowed to do that here. Because people don't know how to drive and pay attention. um, so I wanted to do that. So I wanted to start off with a Mayan character. So I'm still going to be naming, I'm going to try to name all of my characters after noodles. So um, I almost want to name her Dan Dan, but I'm not sure yet. But anyway, so I don't have a real backstory for her yet. She's probably gonna be some girl from. I don't want her ear that big. I mean, she's something's off because she's facing straight forward. So I don't know why this ear is sticking out and this one isn't. Um, so she's probably just gonna be some girl from, you know, the her village, and I don't know if I'm gonna give her like magic powers or anything like that. She'll probably just be like maybe the animal whisperer or something. Because I wanted to give her an alpaca as her companion or something that kind of looks like one. I don't know if I'm gonna have like super realistic animals in here, but maybe something that looks like an alpaca. Probably. Nope, no driving and texting. Okay, good. Um, yeah, so she's gonna have some kind of a story. I just don't know what yet. Yes, her earrings are kind of floating. So this was me trying to draw a realistic character, and it started off with just like, excuse me, just so I have a mood. I guess you can call it a mood board for her. Let me just pull it up so I can show you guys. I do have it on Pinterest. Let me just. I guess it would be here. Yeah. So, um, so my thoughts, because this is all I have on the board, and I know you can't see the whole board, but so I was leaning towards. I'm gonna move the camera a little bit because there's more over there. So I was leaning towards maybe a pose like this, and probably like I wanted to give her an alpaca. And at first I was leaning towards there's a pose over here, right here, that I was leaning towards. But then I seen this one, so I kind of like this pose. So I might try and give that one a shot. I also like this pose of her holding the pot. And I was using the kid poses as references because she is, younger. So I was leaning towards probably this pose or this one over here. And this pose is cute too. I mean, I can't, this one's really nice. So, and I also I might go for something like this for the outfit. First, I was looking at this nice big poofy skirt, but I think I like the ones like these better. So, I think, and I also like the braids towards the back. I have the braids towards the front right now, but I like the braids towards the back look. So I might go with that. But I also liked her hair. So, and then a lot of them have like necklaces or, cool little things around their necks. So I might go for that too. So, the character I have now, I feel like she kind of looks a little bit Indian. So I really want to like kind of interpret. So for now, I'm trying to get her face the way I want it. And I think I need to fix her eyes and probably I like these earrings. So these are kind of the earrings I'm going with, but I put the dots on the bottom instead of the side. But I do like the longer earrings too. But I felt since she was like younger, I just give her like smaller ones like these. So now that we've seen the board, and I'm just gonna shrink it. So I think I'm gonna make her eyes a little bit more narrow, but I do kind of like her face, so I might not change them. I might not change her face at all. But um, I think I want to put her braids in the back. I do like the headband, but the headband is kind of giving off Indian vibes. So I think instead of her things right here on the side, maybe I'll put them up top, or maybe I'll just give her like some flowers or something. But I do like her face. I like her earrings, and I want to give her like I was leaning towards this poofy shirt, but I want that skirt to be kind of thin. But I want to give her like some kind of necklace with like some beads. I noticed they use a lot of beads, but I do want these braids in the back. So I'm gonna keep her here, but on the side I'll try to draw. Um, I'll try to see how I can put those braids behind her because uh, let's see, because she is. I don't want to make her look too old. That's my issue, and I'm gonna, since I'm doing a new sketch, I'm gonna use a new brush because the one I was using for her, I think it's a little bit too. It doesn't remind me of a pencil. It reminds me more of like a pen or something. So let me find a pencil that I want to use. And some of these pencils, I don't know if it's because I'm not pushing hard enough, but I need to. Like that one's okay, but I don't like the way it looks. But some of these other ones, it's almost like I have to, like I want that look, but about that size. And it's kind of giving me not a lot of choices here. So, and I have some downloaded, but again, I have to kind of figure out where I can't figure out where the one I was using is, and it kind of just like disappeared. I don't think it disappeared on me. I just don't remember the name of it. And all of these are either in Japanese or Korean, and It might be this one. Let me just see if it's this one because I wouldn't know. No, this one's doing some weird stuff. What is that? Look at this. That's definitely not what I'm looking for. Um, I am gonna take that off there. I don't really like that one. It's doing weird. It's giving weird vibes. Um, Not that I know how to take it off, but oh, delete selected. Yeah, okay. So that's not the one I'm looking for. But I'm still getting used to the drawing tablet, and I'm still trying to find tools and things like that that I like to use. I don't think that's it either. It was one that I had downloaded kind of early on. And my stuff is supposed to transfer over from um it's a nice one, but it doesn't remind me of a pencil. It's supposed to transfer over from the iPad, but I also changed the name of it on my iPad, so the original name isn't there. Um, I don't want to delete this one. I want to move it somewhere else, but I'll figure that out later. I might have put it under something else. These are all like pins. I mean, this one's not bad. We can use this one, I guess. Okay. Hi, Ambient. How are you? Oh, you had tons of errands. Yeah, I seen you were on live, and then by the time I got there, it was over naturally. Um, Ouch! I seen that. Ambient's doing chores. Oh no. So I do want to lower this down. Yeah, that'll work. I know you guys are like, at some point she'll draw something. Okay. So let's try and do, and then I don't know. I feel like she's a little too tall. Just by even looking at this, I feel like she's too tall. So I might shorten her neck a little bit. So I want her about probably around here because she's young. She's not. I don't know if I want this so strong either. I might choose a lighter brown. Okay. Oh, it's mattress flipping time. Uh oh. So I guess that's a little bit. That's a good size. So I have some groceries coming. I did some grocery shopping, and I also don't want her to look too cheapy either. I was aiming for uh, kind of realistic, not realistic, but um, yeah, exactly. So I don't even know if I want it anime style, but something around that. I'm not gonna make this any longer than what it is. Something around that area, but I also want her to have like I don't. You probably weren't here for the mood board, but I have some things on there. But I want to get her face and everything right. So before I start moving on to her body, I want to draw that a couple times. So and then I also want her braids in the back, so her ears will show all the way. I think, and I don't know if I like these ears either. I almost kind of want to do them like that. So almost kind of like elf ears. No, I like the original ones. Let me stop. I don't want to change it too much. Um, Fairy faces. Oh yeah. I normally don't. I mean, even these are cute, the little round ears. I almost don't. I can't even say almost don't. I hardly ever, if ever, draw humans. But I do want to add some humans to this ear. Looks bigger than this one, and I think I like the smaller ones. I almost never draw humans, but I wanted to add some to my little world that I'm creating. So it still look bigger. So, just some variety in there. Want some humans. So, and then also I'm kind of not really using a reference, so that makes this a little bit harder. I should be using one, but I don't know exactly what I want her to look like. So it's hard to use a reference when you don't really know what, you know. Anyway, that's a jazz struggle. Use your error once again. But about this height, I think. So this cough is finding its way back into my soul. Hold on. Before View gets me, because I know she gonna get me if I don't stop and use my inhaler real quick. You stop creating characters yet? You know what? I had stopped drawing for a while altogether. Um, mainly because I kind of fell into the oh, art doesn't make money and you should do this instead and blah blah blah. But once I got older, it was kind of like, okay, you can't tell me anything now. I'm gonna do what I want. Yeah. So I'm back into it, and nobody's gonna stop me now. All right. Hopefully, um, that cough um, has been irritating me. So I've just been all kinds of. I really wish my health would like get it together so I can go back to being me and ripping and running around like I lost my mind. Um, but anyway, so do I want to change her earrings? Yeah, I just want to do art in general. Like I don't care what kind of, you know. I really wish I could find the pencil that I was using for this. Um, for this, I'll leave it for this. But I don't remember the name of it, and I kind of don't feel like looking for it. I'm gonna leave those eye lines there because I definitely need these. But while I'm working on the mouth here, okay, because I feel like I don't know when I was drawing on my iPad, it's almost like this thing. It's recording how hard I'm pressing down better than my iPad, so I can feel myself pressing like too hard when I draw. So me trying to make it a lighter brown doesn't really help because I'm still pressing really hard. So I was just trying to find something that's almost not even. It's like non-existent. Okay, this might be for something else. Um, yeah, there is a big difference. Yeah, because that commercial art, I like while I would like to see my art on like bags and things like that, I don't know if I want it like mass produced because I feel like the value is kind of gonna go down. It'll be, I feel like it'll be less appreciated versus, just doing, what I normally do. If that makes sense, I hope it does. Okay, so for her hair, since I want the braids in the back, um, what would the front look like? Because I want them back here, her braids. They'll be in the back. So, what would the front look like? Would it still be parted? Do I want to give her angry eyebrows? I don't want her like angry, or do I? And those are like extra uneven. Oh my gosh. Didn't want to work for a company. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that one. I'd rather it just be like, um, so her hair was in the back. Does she still have like vein? But you know what? We're not doing this. That's what the internet is for. So let's look for like, I guess we can search for like, braids in the back. I guess twin braids in back, maybe. I don't know. So, and they're literally showing me the backside, aren't they? I want to know what it looks like in the front. Oh, right here. Okay. So it goes behind the ears and then, oh, that's going to make her forehead look so huge though. But, okay. I can see it. And there's so many different ways too. Look at this one. This one has braided into one. This one is like kind of like French braided back. These are just back. This one's cute. This one's kind of cute too, where it's kind of like it has the little. You guys probably can't see it very well. Um, but I wanted to see. I don't want to scroll too far because stuff starts looking weird after a while. Okay, so let's go back up to that one lady. I mean, we can even give her bangs. Like she has like some bangs on the side. We don't have to give her a big forehead. Okay. Um, uh-oh. Where's the pen? Oh, got it. Okay. So, do I like the bangs idea? Like just giving her like a few little swirly spits. And then I guess her forehead doesn't have to be that big. We can make her hair like come out right about there, I guess. But she does still have the little part. I don't know if I want the part that big though, do I? These people out here are still popping fireworks and gunshots. Alright, so if I keep saying we, I feel like you guys, when I'm drawing, you guys are drawing with me. So if I say we, you know what I mean. Because I feel like if I just kind of, okay, whatever, there we go. So also, I just want to give it a little bit off to the side here because it's going behind her ear. And this looks all crazy. I know you guys are like, what is going on? Okay. So I'm going to clean up some of these lines just so we're not confused. So I'm not confused. You guys probably aren't confused. A few leftover fireworks, yeah. Well, I mean, like, if you're gonna, like, do leftover fireworks, I feel like, you know, do it the next day, or what are we on, the 7th now? Those fireworks should be gone. In my opinion. In my opinion. I have to say that because some people will be like, oh, well, you know, people does this and people do that. You have a whole drawing library? Nice. Books that show how to draw the head at different angles. Okay, that's pretty cool. I have some. My favorite are the ones by 3D Total Publishing because it's kind of more my style. So, whoops, wrong one. It's more my style, so I do like that one or those better. The realistic ones, I will fall asleep trying to read those, so I don't really enjoy those much. So we can do something like that, and I hope it doesn't make her look too um, grownish because she's still a kid. All right, so I can get rid of some of this stuff here. Yep. Okay. And I didn't want it to look a little. I didn't want it to look so square either. So let me just, because it's still hair. It's not going to be perfect, right? Okay. Okay. All right. So I can. It still kind of looks like she has a big forehead, poor kid. But maybe her hair is like super curly or super wavy, and that's why she needs. And then I could still put her headband in. Like if I still wanted to give her a headband, and I can make it disappear right around in there, and then about right there, because just so that it doesn't look like her forehead is like super huge for no reason. Poor kid. And she's probably like, you're drawing me with my forehead the size of the parking lot. And then we could stick like a flower on it or something. You have 4 books by them. Yeah, they're awesome. I like them. Um, they are definitely. You want to talk about motivating? Like some of the stuff in there, like oh my gosh. Okay, that's what I don't want. I don't want those kind of eyebrows. I'm not. I'm gonna have a hard time replicating the ones I had. Um, there's a way I can probably pull them over to the side, but since I don't know how, we're just gonna. Because I know I wanted them to be kind of thick, but I also didn't want them to look weird because, again, she's a kid. I don't want um, her eyebrows to be like, oh, I go to the salon and get them arched all the time. I could, I think I like when I had them up here, though it doesn't really make sense, but put them up there. Something is also uneven about it. I think I need to scoop this over. I should have did her eyes before I did her hair because now it's kind of. Yeah, and I don't know that I like this because I want her eyes to be, and then I think their eyes are more something like that, but I didn't want her to look sleepy and weird, so And these eyebrows, I think also I'm gonna do the eyes before the eyebrows. So let me just do. Because the eyes are supposed to theoretically be on the same level as the ears, which is why I'm keeping these lines right here so I don't go like. But just a thought. What if I brought them down a little bit? And she is younger, so they're supposed to really be further apart too. But what if I just brought them down just a little? And then her eyebrows, I do still want them thick. So we can just like that. Something's still off about the eyebrows, but that's not too bad, I guess. I'm not sure what it is, but something's off. I think maybe because I'm staring at this at an angle. But if I don't angle it, then you guys are gonna be staring at it at an angle. So I don't know. What's the problem here? Is it because this eyebrow is like floating? Okay. So I'm just gonna put the little, yeah. So that's I kind of like that. I mean, I don't want to make her too angry, but I do like those. That's not bad. That is why we are here. We're here for practice and the foolery from Jazz. So, oh, this guy at work yesterday, man, when I say he teed me off to the fullest, so there's some, I guess, Frontier, they canceled one of their flights last night. And every time they cancel a flight, because I hang out near that counter, um, the passengers from those flights, they like to take their anger out on this curl is like more bouncier than this curl, so more of her ear is showing and it looks weird. So I think I'm gonna add a curl here, just one. Okay, so anyway, they like to take their anger out on the world when their flight gets canceled or whatever. So there was this lady and she comes up and she sits down in the wheelchairs that we have like kind of stacked on the side or whatever. So because they're like stacked together, I always tell people not to sit there because those chairs, they can fall, you can fall forward or anything like that. And the first thing my job will say is, why did you let them sit there? So I asked the lady, I said, excuse me, can you please not sit there? So her first response to me was, oh, I have a back sprain. You telling me I can't sit in a wheelchair? I said, not when it's stacked like that. No. I said, if you need a wheelchair, I can get you one. If you need one to your gate, I can call for someone to, take you to your gate. Oh, well, they canceled my flight and I have to stand in that line and I don't want to stand in the line. And I said, okay. I said, that's fine. I said, there's plenty of ADA seats, for you to sit in, but I don't want you to sit there because it's not safe. So she jumps up out of the chair, and whoever she's on the phone with, she's like, oh my gosh, this effing B. She's telling me I can't have a wheelchair and I have a back sprain. And I'm like, that's not what I said, but okay, whatever. So I'm going on about helping the other people around that I'm supposed to be helping. And this guy is walking up and he's like, oh, I need a wheelchair for my wife. And I said, is your wife the lady that just walked off away from me calling me an F&B? And he was like, yeah, she has a back sprain. And I said, okay. I said, that's fine. I said, and like I told her, if she needs a wheelchair, because she didn't request one online, um, you know, I have to call for one because I have to make sure that I have the wheelchairs right here for, and I only had like 4 wheelchairs, and which wasn't enough for the people who did request one online. So I had to be really, I had to make sure that I had enough for the people who were online. So I said, if she needs one, like I told her, I will call for someone and they'll bring her one, or they will take her where she needs to go. They'll stand in the line with her. They'll do whatever it is that she needs to do. I said, but she didn't want to hear what I had to say. She was too busy calling me out of my name, So I'm not really concerned about helping her because, she was not, she, first of all, she wasn't, she was rude. So he's like, well, she has a back sprain. And I said, and like I told her, I understand that, and she doesn't have to wait in the line either, because if she has, a disability, or she has something going on to where she can't stand in that line, she doesn't have to stand in that line because you're in the line. So I told her she can have a seat. They will come to her. And he's like, well, I'm just gonna go find a chair on my own then, and I can push my own wife around. And he's like flipping out, and I'm like, okay, well, that's fine too. I'm not stopping you, from doing whatever it is you need to do with your wife. So he goes off, and I guess he goes and finds a chair from the other wheelchair company that's at the airport. And he's like trying to be funny, and he like gives me a thumbs up when he gets back into the line. So I gave him 2. Here you go. I'm glad you found a chair for your wife, whatever. So I was telling my my coworker, because the lady that was another lady that was sitting there, she's like, you better than me. Like, that lady would have been all kinds of names. And I'm like, I'm not about to do that, because I know they're just angry because, their flight got canceled and they just want to go home, or whatever the case may be. But I'm not about to, be calling them names just because they're calling me names. And, that's childish. I'm not going to do that. And so the guy, he comes back over to me and he's like, well, what is your name? Because I'm going to file a complaint. And I'm like, that's fine. I give him my name. And he's like, well, who do you work for? I said, I work for the airport, pretty much like everybody in here. So he's like, okay, I'm gonna go file a complaint with Frontier. And I'm like, okay, that's do what you have to do, sir. So, but the whole entire night, because their flight was canceled and it was rescheduled, I guess those people had to like stay in the airport or whatever. So the whole night I kept running into them, and he was just acting extra childish. Every time I passed by, he's like, oh, there's that bee again. There she go. She doesn't have anything else better to do. I wonder how much they're paying her, because oh my gosh. And he just was making all kind of comments. He was flipping me off the whole night. And literally right when I was like going home, walking out of the door to go home, he's like recording me. He has his phone. He's like following me with it. And I was on the phone with my friend. I'm like, this guy, it's harassment at this point. I said, and I told him, I said, I don't want to have to call, Metro, because they have kids with them. And the way this guy's attitude is, I can already see how that would go. I said, so I don't want to have to call Metro. And as I'm telling my friend this on the phone, another guy who's sitting by, he asked the guy, he said, hey, he said, you have a problem? Why are you recording her? And I said, he's been harassing me all day. Like, just leave it alone. I don't even care at this point. Um, and I told the guy, I said, but you do know it is illegal to record me without my permission, which you do not have. I said, and you are in a federal building, so I suggest you continue on with your night and stop harassing me. So the guy, he didn't say anything, but he just like kind of walked away. And I'm like, what a weirdo. Like, who does that? I was like, you gotta love my job. It does, some of the people we come across is like extra strange. They're extra strange. And it's even worse when their flight gets canceled, or something doesn't go their way, or whatever the case may be. And I'm just like, whew. I'm like, these, you gotta love it. You gotta love my job. You have to have a lot of patience for it. And I'm like, I wonder how much more patience I have with this place, because while I love my job, sometimes I question it. I'm like, is it worth it? Because these people are insane, and it's not all the people. Just a handful of them that makes you question. You know, so I like her. She's a lot younger. You can tell she's a lot younger. Um, I do want to add the earrings still, but I feel like this is too bare. Maybe some flowers. We can add like a flower, make it a flower headband. Customer service is hard. It is. It is. I, like I said, the patience you have to have for that. She looks like she can almost be her little sister. Really cute. I like her. And then I do want her little hair things in the back though. Like her hair is kind of short back there. Um, I do still like this thing on her collar. Um, but I'm like, I kind of want to play around with um, kind of like giving her. I do want that skirt thing. That skirt thing. I don't know the proper names for any of these, their clothes or anything, so I'm not trying to be rude when I say stuff like that. It's just I'm ignorant and I don't know the name and I didn't bother to look. So, um, do I still want the poofy like sleeves? That's the real question. I mean, I think the poofy sleeves would be cute because she has like this one might be too poofy. Maybe we could put like okay, so on one of the reference pictures, where is it at? On one of the reference pictures, like this one, they had like some cool beads around her neck, kind of. Ooh, and look at the shoulder sleeve things. That's kind of cool too. Um, but I was aiming for like this outfit, but uh, I like the beads on this one, but I also like the beads on this one. So I'm not sure, but I do know I want to add some beads. I do want to though. I just with the puffy sleeves, I do like that. Like we gave her puffy sleeves. That would be kind of cute. But then her arms would have to be bare, right? So if we gave her the puffy sleeves, let's just test it out. That is why we call this the sketch layer. Why is this eraser so small? What's happening today? Um, but give her the poofy sleeves up top, and then we can just put her hands bare, make her hands bare. Hello, Ring Ring. How are you today? We're just doing some character creation here. I'm going for a Mayan culture themed character, and okay, so her shoulders, so they'll be coming down right around there, I think. And it's cute. I like it. Okay, I do like the poofy sleeve. And then we can even make the this a little bit more poofy too. Her shirt, and then have the skirt. I think we can do that. Yeah. Her something's up with the shoulder though. I have to remember that she's okay. Down, down. Yeah, this one's right. It just doesn't look right. I don't know. I don't do proportions very well, so it's definitely gonna look a bit weird. So welcome to the channel, Ring Ring. Feel free to chat. We just talk about nothing. Most of the time, it's just me rambling about nothing or about me just trying to figure out. And I can always just put her arms behind her, but I really don't want to do that. I'm trying to, like, you know, actually figure this out. Uh oh, what's happening here? Oh, it's still on eraser. Um, I'm trying to actually figure this out. That's not what I was drawing with. This one. And that way, because I want to be able to draw her in like different poses too. So, because that would be like, her. But then that would be like if her arms were just down to the side, like the inner part of her thing here wouldn't be. And that's if her, I mean, because her shirt is so poofy. If I wanted her arms in front, I think they do have to be behind her for this one. Because I want to show off this poofy shirt. So let's try that. Let's give her a cute pose. She doesn't have to just be standing like a soldier. Um, because if she has her arms right, and we can give off the fact that she's, she's happy. She doesn't look very happy, but she's happy. I can promise you she's happy. And some of those kids were a little chunky too. Maybe we should have made her a little chunkier. But something like that. Yeah, I didn't want her to stand like it was almost looking like she had no life. So, we'll give her some life. Um, so for the beads, should we give her like the long ones? Because they had like some long ones like this, and then they had a short one. Um, we can do that because the other one, it was like she had the ones like she had some like around her neck, but then she had some like off to the side like that. And I thought that was kind of cute. And then the beads were like they were different shapes and stuff like that on those. They were bigger. But I kind of like the long ones. And then some of the shirts have patterns on them too. But I'm thinking since we like the sleeves, we can give the sleeves a nice pattern. I kind of want these to be kind of going up a little bit. No, I don't. I lied. Let me leave these sleeves alone because we like them. So we're not going to mess with them. You think the long ones look good? Yeah, I like the long ones too. So maybe we'll stick with the long ones. We can even give her like a little bracelet, like an arm bracelet maybe. That would be cute. Would that make her look too old? Not really, right? She still looks kind of young. But let's work on the beads. And do I really want to sit here and draw a bunch of? So do I want them to be long beads? I mean, like little beads or big beads? That's the question too. Because um, I do like the little beads. They were like really tiny though. They were like those ones where they were like this big. But would you be able to see that if I was to draw them? So maybe I can make them a little bit bigger. Maybe just like, regular round beads. And then we can add in some like squarish ones. Oh, you know me, Abby, and I'll sit here and draw beads. And I like how I added like some square. And then we can do like maybe some, I don't know, we can do some different shapes, maybe. Something like that. Ooh, and then we can even, okay, because I want to incorporate this like, but I don't know if that's Mayan or if it's like Aztec. And I know those two are different, but I wanted this coin. Oh, you can't see it. You can see this one though. Um, there's like a coin And I'm like, do I want to put that coin on her necklace? But I don't see that on any of the kids. But this is so cute. I like these beads. So maybe we can do the long necklace, but with those beads. And they look like little boomerangs or something. And I still want to give her an alpaca. um, and then also, are we adding a flower in her hair? Maybe. So we can do like, okay, we can give her like one of those coin things, right? And then we can just add the beads. Some of these beads are going to be like rectangles. Yeah. And I almost do want to add the wrist thing, but I almost want to put it down on her bottom wrist. Why does this arm look weird compared to this? This one is doing too much or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Something's off about it compared to that one. But yeah, mash it up exactly. So I could do something like that, and then you can't really see her earrings. But do I want to add the earrings still? Kind of, because the earrings were cute. They were kind of like this square thing, and they had the dots on the side. I think it was, I don't know, something like that. But I think I want the dots on the bottom because I feel like that's going off to the side too much. So if I just kind of like do it like that, I like that better. You probably can't really see it past this one here, so we'll just do like the little dots or something. But I also noticed that this ear seems to be. I don't think you'll be able to see it really on this one. So we'll just do it like a little bit. Okay. But yeah. Uh-oh. Wrong button. I didn't mean to do a big eraser swipe across the paper like that. Yeah, and then I have a color palette picked out. So why am I able to see this ear but not this one? It's almost like this ear is bigger than that one. I feel like I need to draw this one out a little bit more. Not that much more, but it definitely needed to come out more. And then there's like this thing where you're supposed to like I don't even know what that would be under. You're supposed to like I guess flip the canvas to see like if you mess up or if you made a mistake somewhere along. I mean, it's probably a little bit too late for me to do that now because I'm not fixing anything too hardcore at the moment. We're just designing her, so I'm not like I'm not the bestest at this app yet or this drawing tablet. So bear with me. She really good. She really does look like she can be her little sister. And, if I were to draw them side by side, she's a little bit thinner, so I can probably draw her like make her a little bit thicker because she looks a bit thin. And I don't know. I kind of want her to have some meat on her body here. I don't want her to be super thin. Yeah, yeah, I guess so. I don't know what it's for. They just were like you have to flip it to. I guess when you flip it, it shows that you're looking at it from a different angle, and you can see where you messed up at or something. Ambient, I don't know. I'm just that's just what they say. I've seen it in multiple YouTube videos that I watch, and I'm like, what? I don't do that. So I don't know. I just eyeball it, and that's probably why. Like when I look at it, sometimes I can look at it and be like, okay, something's not right with this eye, or something's not right with But just because I know something's off with it doesn't necessarily mean I know how to fix it. So I think the purpose of flipping it is to so that you can identify, hey, something's wrong. But I do that just by looking at it. So I don't know if I necessarily need to flip the canvas. Maybe not. But I noticed that people do it, and I'd be like, oh, okay. And they'd be like, yeah, you have to flip the canvas to. I'm gonna redraw this whole thing. Sorry, oh my goodness. You gotta flip it to know and this that, and I'm like, oh, not me, because I don't know what the heck you're talking about. Oh, I can do it just like that actually to see. Oh, no, I'm gonna put that right back. Control Z, I think it's undo. Yeah, put that right back to. I think I was on 10. Yeah. Um, she's still standing like a soldier though. Anyway, um, I won't tinker around with that too much because I wanted to put some extra meat on her body. She was looking a little thin, but this one is definitely like this one is dropped down more on this side, on the other side, and I was trying to do the same on this side. Yeah, objectively, right? Um, that might be it right there. That might exactly be what's wrong. I was drawing her this part of her arm too thick. And like I said, I'm not the best at set perspective, so I mean, not perspective. What do you call it? Proportioning the people. So it's okay. We all know what she's supposed to look like anyway. These sleeves are they? We'll just give her some because they're probably crinkled. Okay, probably not that crinkled, but okay. So you guys didn't even see any of that. So I was just fixing the sleeve. It's hard. I'm gonna try to find a better angle so you guys can see, but also I can see. Um, because if I turn it at certain angles, then I won't be able to see, but neither will you. So, yeah, I just wanted to make sure. I think I liked it better the other way. Okay, so then she's got like this. It's the skirt we need to figure out, but we'll figure that out when we get to the bottom portion of these characters. I just want to make sure that um, yeah, that's cool. Face wise, do we like her face? Like she still kind of looks the same as her, but I did change up the hair. Her hair is behind her now. Do we like that? Because we can make them really long. Like we can make her braids like all the way down here, and we can even like you know make them down her back. Because she's young, so why not? We can have her with long hair. Do we want that though, or do we want the cute short braids? I almost like the cute short braids. So I'm gonna stop doing weird stuff. Okay, and she's probably a little off size wise, but that's okay. Because I mean, I'm looking at her, right? And I'm like, okay, like you said, objectively, and I have to remember, I have to keep bringing this up so you guys can see. Objectively, she looks good. But I almost wish I would have kept her in this dark brown. And then I don't know what pen I was using for this one, and it's driving me crazy because I like to sketch in this one, and I can't find it anywhere. So let me go back to the dark brown, and I guess I'm just gonna have to go through my pens one by one, because I know it's not the G pen, and that brown is too dark. But it's not the G pen. Um, these are. Let me find a different brown. Um, it's not the G pen because it feels different, but it's one of these pens I was using, and I don't. It's. I think it was under pencil though. It wasn't under pen. It was under pencil in my on my iPad, and it wasn't the bear sketch. So I'm not really sure. You could do it differently next time. Yeah. Once I find the dang old pen I was using, but theoretically speaking, I almost missed the little feathers in her head, but I don't want her to look Indian. She's supposed to look Mayan. So I'm going to ditch the feather things. And I do want something there, but it won't be like the feather things. So. And I'm not that great at drawing flowers. So that'll be something I'd have to learn if I want to put flowers. And I better save this in case something tragic happens because that is the life Jazz has. Okay. Um, I do like the earrings. I'm keeping the earrings. The face itself in general is I like it, so I won't change that. Um, Definitely keeping the poofy sleeves. And what else should we keep? Should we do her in a different hairstyle? I think her shirt should have some kind of pattern, maybe. I just don't know what because if I do if I do the skirt in a pattern or a cool color, then I'll probably just keep her shirt like white or cream color or something like that. Um, and I noticed I made her face a little chubbier too. It's not as thin as hers, so I think that's what was making her look older. Was that her face was like more thin and angular over here, and over here it's more chubby and cute. I mean, this one's cute too. Don't get me wrong. I like this one, but this one she looks younger here, and that's kind of what I was going for because she's gonna be about the same age as Miso. So, and Fettuccine, they're all gonna be about the same age. So yeah, chubbier is younger, exactly. And also, I pulled her eyes a little further, like closer to her ears, because I was reading in one of my books, they were saying that as like if you're doing younger characters, the eyes should be further apart, closer to the ears, and then the older characters, they get a little bit closer. So I was trying to like retain some of the stuff I was reading in my book so that it wouldn't look weird. So hopefully, that came across. uh, I think it's not too bad. Thank you, Ambient. I was concerned. I was like, okay, this one came out. I was like, I'm gonna have to try and not top it, but I have to keep the same like, okay, you got this. This one came out really good, so you can do it. You can kind of, if nothing else, I can get the face together and make it look like a face. Because like if I go to something that's like my normal style, so like, oh well, it wouldn't be under there. Where would it be? It would be here somewhere. So like if I go to something that's like my normal style, and it's more like cartoonish, anime-ish, or however you want to put it, and then you go to something that's me trying to be semi-realistic, it's like, well, that's a big style jump. And personally, I like them both. So I don't know if she will fit in the same story as them because the style is different. She might, but if she doesn't fit, then I can always try to draw her in the other style and use this style for like if I want to, I don't know, put her on a and I mean honestly speaking, this could be this can be her when she's older. So we got like, teenager her, and then we got like little her, and then I might as well draw like a little her. That would be kind of funny. Um, but I think it's not bad. I mean, I felt like I wasted some paper space, so I guess we could like do something over here at some point. But I figure, let's see, I've been going for about an hour. What time is it? Because I have food being delivered. A 4. Okay, so I got time. So I guess I could go and try to find that. Let me grab my tablet because it's gonna bug me that I don't know what pencil that was. And like when you're drawing and you like something and you're like, okay, I like this. I'm gonna use this for a while. This is the one I'm gonna, blah blah blah. And I can't find it anywhere. So I am gonna just open. Let me go to Paint, and the pencil I was using has a name. Oh boy, it has a name, but I named it. I renamed it. So how do I? Mm, I mean, I guess I could. Yeah, that kind of sucks because where would it be? Oh, that's kind of frustrating. Um, I don't know because I renamed it, so I really don't know what it. That's gonna suck because I don't know what the name of it was because I renamed it. Oh man, that's horrible. Um, and it should have been here underneath my pencils, but it's not here, so that's kind of annoying. Um, and it's one of these ones here. I just don't know which. And I don't want to bring them all over because I didn't like all of them. So I'm just trying to. Could be that one, maybe. Well, I tell you. Um, and I can always like search for more. Yeah, you got a favorite. You gotta have like your favorite. But like this is cool because you can like search for brushes. Um, so I mean, who knows? Maybe I'll find a new one that I like. Artist 21 brush pack. What's this? And a lot of them are free. That's the thing. And it'll show you like look, 21 kinds of brush packs for people who want to express the feeling of hand painting. So let's see, it should show us my internet's running stupid today because it's really hot. And so a lot of the internet poles and cell phone towers and stuff like that are frying out because it's crazy hot. like right now. It should be a little cooler right now, but probably not. It is 106, and we are still under fire weather warning, so that's fun. Gotta love that, right? And there's a sloth if anyone likes sloths. But that's kind of sucks because everything is moving like crazy slow. Okay, hopefully it's all loaded, or at least we can see the brushes. The brushes are loading, but here's some of them. 73, oh that's nice. Hey Brittany, home from running errands and eating out for dinner. Nice. What'd you have? You prefer traditional pencils. Yeah, I mean I have my favorite traditional ones too. Yeah, it's hot, but I mean it's cool in the house. We have it air conditioner set to 75. So, oh, look at all these. Okay, they got textures too. Still loading. So let me just start the download because, and I probably should have just favorited it and started the download later because it's moving deathly slow. And okay, it's being downloaded. Great. All right, but let's look at them while it's being downloaded. And they have some hatching stuff, some watercolor, and this is all one pack. I had a Beyond Meat vegan Philly with sweet potato fries. Okay, that sounds interesting. Um, I am not a fan of sweet potato fries. I don't like sweet potato anything. So, but yeah, okay, interesting. I don't think I've ever had a Beyond Meat. You know what? I tried. I think it was a chicken nugget. I was in Costco once. You know how they have like the samples, and it wasn't like the Morning Star or like the normal brand ones. It was like an off brand one, and the lady next to me was like, "Oh, it tastes so good, and it tastes just like a chicken nugget, and oh my gosh, I can't believe it, and let me grab a box." Right? So I tried the sample, and I'm like, "You lying lady, it tastes like grass." So, everybody thought it was funny, but I was kind of upset because I'm like, it doesn't taste anything like chicken. Like, I've had like, I think, I want to say it's Morningstar. Um, because I tried a sample one time and it was like a normal brand one. And it really did kind of taste like chicken. I mean, it wasn't like spot on or anything, but it didn't taste like grass. And I was so mad because I was like, she's over here hyping this chicken nugget up and it's gross. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I'm not like vegetarian or anything like that, but the Morningstar one was good. Like if it was, if someone was serving that and they were like, oh, we have some vegetarians here, so we're serving Morningstar chicken nuggets, I would eat it because at least it tastes like meat. Um, but that one, I'm telling you, it. I was like, man, I was mad. It just tastes like fresh grass. I was like, no, this is not a chicken nugget. So they everybody was laughing, but I was kind of upset because like I had the taste in my it was like stuck in my mouth and it was gross. Your internet is fine. Having to help me when installing. Ooh, a new cable box. Nice. Oh yeah. Is it really hot where you are, Brittany? Because the heat is frying out our internet poles and stuff, so everything's moving a little weird. Yeah, those market. But she wasn't a marketer. She was just a normal person like me trying the sample. And she was hyping up that chicken nugget. And I was like, no, ma'am. Like, stop telling these people that this chicken nugget tastes like a chicken nugget because it doesn't. It tastes like grass. Like, fresh. You ever, and I know some of you have, like when you were younger, like you know how you would make like the pretend pies with like the grass and stuff, or you would just eat the grass out of curiosity. That fresh grass that you would just pull up and like chew on it. That's what it tastes like. And I'm like, man, those lies you sitting there telling to these people. And I was just like, let's not do that, because somebody really goes off of your opinion and you're like, oh, it tastes like a chicken nugget. And like I did, I was like, oh, well, let me try. And I had to taste the grass in my, in my mouth for like half the day. So I was just like, I was kind of annoyed. So I'm finding all kinds of nice, like, here we go with the pencils. But I do want to try, maybe I should try them first. What is this big red spot for? Download file. Okay, yes, because my internet is acting weird, so we know. Okay. Um, yeah, like corn. Okay. Oh, it's been storming and raining. Yeah. Usually, like these internet cables and stuff like that, like weather will tear them up, and I feel like they need to have some kind of protective something over it, because what if, like, people have things to do, and the weather and stuff is just, I feel like downloading all of these pencils just because. Um, but I'm gonna start with a few. But like, people have stuff to do, and I feel like they make too much money to not have like protective, protect the internet. Dang it, we need it. um, stop doing, like it's just stuff that makes sense. They don't do. I don't know. But anyway, we have a soft pencil. Ooh, look, there's chains. You can download chains. But I was just looking for like something to sketch with. There's a froggy pencil. Why are they calling it a froggy pencil? A smooth multi-purpose brush. Thin lines give a pencil texture. Thick ones give watercolor texture. Okay. Um, and I like the ones that have like download, like they have examples and okay, it's a might go something something product from mushrooms. Okay. Yeah, they give like, I like the ones that give examples, and they like right here they show you, the pixels and stuff like that. And then the settings. And this is moving like dastardly slow, but I want to hit the download button at least, because once I get off of live, um it will probably pick up, and if it doesn't, I'll just favorite the ones I downloaded. That way, um, where's that one? Right here. That way, I can just re-download it again if it decides to want to act up. And I probably should stick with the ones in English too, so I can at least, uh, if I get stuck and can't find it, like the current one that I'm using, then I can at least go and find it. Okay, so this one says they use this one for sketching and lining. It's meant to recreate how I use a pencil. Has high tilt. I don't know anything about tilt and pressure drop off, but okay. They also use it for paintings and final touches too. That's cool. Feel free to mess with the opacity. Okay, so we can change this one. I like the ones where they're like, hey, feel free to change it up if you need to, because, not everybody likes the way, I guess it is, the way they, Guardian vegan meat substitute. Yeah, I don't really know too much about anything vegan related, because I'm not vegan or vegetarian. But the Morningstar chicken nuggets aren't that bad. I don't know what's in them or what they make them out of. I doubt it's grass because they don't. If it is grass, then kudos because it doesn't taste like grass. But those dang on, and I don't even remember it. I don't know if it was like the store brand, but I can't remember if she said if it was the store brand or if it was just like a cheaper brand or something like that. But oh my goodness, you guys, when I say I was like, you lady, like the lady, she was like, oh, I'm gonna grab a box. I'm like, okay. I'm like, well, let me just try, because I'm not gonna be like, ew, I'm not vegan. I don't want that. I'm open to try stuff, but man, won't be doing that again. At least not from that brand. But okay, we're slowing down. Okay, here we go. So some of these brushes, and I'm a little bit too scared right now to create my own brushes. So I'm just gonna borrow the ones from here. It says bamboo pencil. This person's it's probably gonna end up being see, now I can roll with this. You guys probably can't see it. So, but they put bamboo pencil, but they also put it in whatever language they speak. So that also helps. I can download the ones like that. And so they showed an artwork that they did with this pencil. So that's pretty neat. And then they show like the settings and the see, I like this person. They showed like the pressure. I don't know anything about it, but they showed like the pressure of it and everything. And then they gave some other examples. Okay. Alright, yeah. Pin pressure and stuff, like I said, basically. Okay, so download. And when it's like this, and it has like kanji letters all up in there, um, I just kind of take the the words around, kind of like context clues, and just you know I have to, and then I don't know all the words in Japanese, so but the ones I do know, I just kind of piece it together and figure out what it is they're trying to say. I need to go back to studying it so I don't lose it. It's kind of like if you don't practice, you lose it. So I don't want to lose it because it's a fun language. Dairy in the form of cheese. Wait, what? You don't feel so bad wanting all the pencils now? Oh no, I will sit here and download. I will do this, but I need to. I need to like take some time and figure out the ones, especially if I'm gonna be drawing on this a lot. I want to get to feel of like you know what I like, and because when I look at the people who get on here and they make all their pretty artworks and stuff like that, they already know what pencils they like and which ones they like to use, which ones they don't. I'm sure they've already tried them all. They know which ones they're comfortable with. And so far, right now, I have one and I can't even find it. So I feel like I need to at least have some, a couple under my belt so that I can at least, you know, find it. And this, I love this person. They put the description in English and they also put it in Japanese. So, gotta love it. So, this says this and this says this. Um, what what app or so I'm using Clip Studio Paint. Um, well, Clip Studio, but I'm using Clip Studio Paint because they have Clip Studio Paint. They have like different, I guess, versions of it, but it's Clip Studio. But they have like the paint, and then they have like modular, where it's like um, the modular, I guess, is like for 3D, but then they also have like for you can do things for comics and animation and all that stuff. But I just got the Clip Studio Pro because I don't know how to do any of that stuff, and I'm just like right now an artist. So when I if I decide I want to get into that, then I'll change my, um, my subscription. But right now, this pen looks like it would be fun. Right now, I'm gonna stick with the ones I have. Oh, I love the polychromos. Those are my favorite. I love those over the Prismacolor. The Prismacolors we've been fighting since I've gotten the Prismacolors. So, and it's not really that I don't know how to use them, because I've used wax pencils, but man, do they irritate me because they smear and they transfer over to other pages and they get on they and it's probably user error, but they annoy me, so I don't use them. The only time I really use my Prismacolors is when I'm like using them for you guys. Other than that, they irritate me and I don't use them. My dog is like trying to get me to pay attention to her, and she thinks I don't see her, so she's like sad face over in the corner right now. This is my pencil. Okay, let's see. What is that you have? Now she's found a dryer sheet from somewhere. They are a world apart. Yes, they're totally different, completely. So you have to kind of like, yes, you thought I wasn't paying attention to you. I see you. I see you. You're not invisible until you want to be. When you pretend like you don't hear me talking to you, and then you just stop moving, stop breathing, stop everything like you're invisible. I know. Hmm. You thought I didn't see you. I know. Yep. Okay. Um, do I want this pencil? Let's see. Oh, look at that cute little face. You have to start at the beginning. Yeah, exactly. Oh, this one's cute, and it kind of like stacks on top of each other, or is that just different colors? With the description, do I really want to? Yeah, I'm just gonna try it. Why not? Why not? I don't know how much, you know, space I have. I mean, I have 10 gigs, but I don't know if that counts for the materials. So, serious pencil. Okay, why is this one called serious pencil? You have difficulty learning to use difficult to use apps. Yeah, yeah. Um, this one is it was very it still is kind of intimidating because it has like well you it has like let me just bring it up a little bit. It has like all the menus over here, and then it has all the menus over here, and then it has all the menus over here, and then it's got some stuff down at the bottom over here. But what I've been doing, honestly, Brittany, legitimately, I've just been going through clicking stuff to see what it does. Like I'll bring up a blank canvas, something that, you know, I don't do it on something that I'm drawing on. Just bring up a blank canvas and just start clicking the buttons because I tell you that's what I've been doing. And and then you'll see for yourself, like, oh, okay, this button does this. Oh, this button does this. This is where I find this. Okay, oh, this is how you do this. That's literally what I've been doing. Because this it was intimidating. I opened this and I was like, oh my god, the buttons. Because in Procreate, um, in Procreate you have just the slider, the make the brush bigger, smaller, the opacity, the button right here that brings up the color dropper, and then over here you have your layers, and then pen, pencil, whatever, whatever. It's extra simple in Procreate. So when I got here, I was like, no, no. I was like, no, ma'am. So just click stuff. Yeah. And then honestly, also what I did because when I was like, you know what? I'm just going to pick a pencil, open a canvas, and I'm just going to draw like it as if it's pen and paper. Who cares about the other stuff? I got a pen, I got an eraser, you know, that's what I'm going to work with. And then I was like, okay, now it's time to start clicking buttons and figuring this stuff out, because there's a lot of stuff on here that I have not, like, you know, I've seen people like drop the color only in certain spots. I've seen people like um, take their brush somehow and go over it and it changes into some like gradient and all kinds of stuff. I don't know how to do any of that yet. So I'm just playing around with it. So you just gotta play around with it. I've noticed. Hi, View. Ooh, you found that secret thing from the secret location. Ooh, okay, okay. Hmm. Written instructions and tutorials. Then do, yeah. And then Clip Studio has like a whole thing right here where it has the tips, and then it also has official tutorials, and they have videos and stuff like that. I go to that sometimes, but um, oh, you have a Wacom tablet. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Yeah, this one was a gift. So it hooks up to my computer and it acts as a second monitor that I can draw on. So, but I also have my iPad, and I was drawing on my iPad first, and that is um, a little bit easier than this as far as um, well, no, let me take that back. The app Procreate is easier than Clip Studio, but Clip Studio has more things to offer. So I am little by little. This is crazy. A lot of stuff. Okay, so I have quite a bit in here that's trying to download. Um, so I'm gonna let it, because it's trying so hard. So I'm gonna let it download, and I'm gonna return to Paint. Yeah, see, so they're coming in smooth here. So we'll let it download and do its thing. Those written instructions though, uh sometimes they're too lengthy, and you don't. Sometimes they're just lengthy for no reason, in my opinion. Should we do like a baby version, or like a smaller version? That would be cute. I also could finish working on my thumbnail here that I'm supposed to be, because I need to go in and close these lines. I don't even remember what I was using for this one. But I need to go in and I need to close these lines, because when I go to try and put some color in, I don't want it to do something weird. Is this the same pencil? It's not. Oh, here we go. And it better not be the same one that I'm looking for, that I'm trying to find. But I think it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. Okay. All right. Crisis averted. Um, yeah, so I want to close some of these lines. I thought about making the line work a little bit thinner, but I think it's okay, because it'll probably get, not necessarily lost, but it'll get mixed in with the color. Once I color it, I'm kind of scared to color it, but I think it'll be alright. Man, I can't wait for these groceries to come in. I ordered some cinnamon rolls too, and I kind of want one. It's not for another couple hours though. But you know how you order something and then it's like you're just waiting on it almost? So I'm just like, shoo. Whoa. Okay, oops. Alrighty. It's like I have a lot of things going on here with his and I have to remember not to zoom in too much because you guys won't be able to see. Going from what's her name to over to fettuccine, the different style is like, whew. Yes, I know, and they're like, oh my gosh, they're so soft and so good, and I so want one, and it so won't be here for like another 2 hours. But that was like the earliest they had available for delivery, and we're not going out in this heat, so like I'm already not feeling 100%, so going out in the heat would just make it worse. Trying to watch the calories, yeah. I mean, it's okay to cheat every now and then. It's not often that it's not really thick. So my collector stamps should be being shipped out next week. So I'm looking at middle of July, and they will be available for anyone who. So the collector stamp is going to be for anyone who makes a $10 or more purchase, and then the collector's card will be $20 or more in my shop, in my actual shop, not my Etsy shop. Because I'm trying to transition away from hot and humid here. Oh no, 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 no. Oh, Brittany, what kind of weather? Oh no. Don't even talk about thunderstorms and rainstorms though, because I'm not looking forward to monsoon season this year. We had enough rain already, and it's too hot for it because it's not like it's gonna cool down. It's still gonna be extra hot, but then it's gonna be extra hot and rainy and thunderstormy and dust and dirt and everything else in between, and I'm not looking forward to it. So, with that being said, Brittany, you can most certainly keep that weather over there, unless you want to trade. Now, if you want to trade, because what's your definition of hot? Because we're at, what was it, 106 at the moment? So, ooh, wait, Koaya shakes, what's that? Low in sugar, some that have protein, and they're all vegan. Oh, okay. Wait, what flavors do they have? I like shakes. See, here we go. Because, I mean, you said they're low in sugar, so they might be okay. Because I'm over here like, I like shakes. I want a shake. Take a shake. Just cleaning up some of these edges too. Because whatever brush this is, it has like this thing where I'm noticing where it tapers off, like on the side right here. I don't, you guys can't see it. Hold on. Like right here, there's like a little fade off thing that this brush is doing. Yeah, it's So I don't know if I'm gonna use this brush as this seems more like a sketching brush. So I might have, well, I really don't. I like the way it looks. So I think I can just go around and taper off. Maybe not his hair. I like the way it looks in his hair. But like, for instance, the rest of it, in places it shouldn't be, I don't really like it. Ooh, chocolate banana. I don't like chocolate. Vanilla, ooh. Organic cookies and cream? Yeah, I'll take that. Halo top ice cream. I'm making cinnamon rolls and see, we're gonna stop because again my cinnamon rolls won't be here for, some time. So maybe we just get one little, I think it's like an 8-pack or something like that. That usually lasts for a while. Because he eats them too, so we'll be good with that. Why am I still trying to zoom out with my fingers? Okay. So like I got most of it, I think, closed in. So what I was talking about with the need this layer. So if I wanted to drop, because I know I want his hair orange. You see, I can drop it in and it won't go outside the line. As long as I have the lines closed properly, it won't go outside. And I'll have to, of course, come in and like clean it up and stuff like that. But like this one's open, so watch. Oh well, it didn't do it, so hey, no complaints on my end. But I do need to go in and close it. But that's what I was talking about. It does stuff like that. But I'm not gonna do that on this layer because this is the sketch layer. I just wanted to show you guys what it does. But the only Halo top non-dairy peanut butter. I'm not a fan of peanut butter either. You guys are probably like, well, what do you like? I'm kind of picky. I don't like peanut butter. Not, I mean, I like some chocolate, but like chocolate cake, chocolate ice cream, I think is pretty gross. Um, I have my pickiness side. So I am gonna, and I'm just playing around. So I'm probably gonna. I just realized how big his head is. His head is huge. Might just be the hair, but his head is like. Anyway, um, now you get it. Yeah. Um, I'm gonna like probably get off of here. Like I know I want to keep playing, but I've been going for 2 hours, and I know my phone battery is probably like crying for me right now. But I don't want to plug my phone up and stream at the same time because it'll overheat, and it's already hot, and that'll just be one more thing that'll be fried, and then I won't be able to stream anymore. So I'm going to get off of here, let my phone charge, and play around with the brushes a little bit, and then I might come back on later. If I do, then I'll let you guys know which brushes I've been playing around with and stuff. So, I might be on later. If not, then I'm definitely going to be on for my Sunday stream like normal. We'll play around some more. But thanks everybody who came to watch. Ambient and View and Brittany and that new person that was in here earlier, whose name I forgot. I'm sorry. I think it was like Roll something. Uh, my lurkers who lurks in the back. I love you too. I think it was like Ring Ring or something. Um, yeah, I appreciate you all, and I will see you guys later. Ring Ring, yeah. I try to remember the names. I tried. Okay. So I'll see you guys later where once I figure out some more stuff. Okay. Thanks.